Good morning! Welcome back. It's a beautiful Thursday morning here in Cordoba. I'm wiggling through the old town now, trying to get out of the city to get some cool air because it's already starting to get a bit hot. So, things are going well. I know it's been a little while since the last video, which was the first of the Andalusia series, which I'm really looking forward to continuing. Hope to get another one of those out soon. Marina has started a new job. That's why I've been a bit quiet recently, because we were enjoying the last of our time together before capitalism takes her away. And I am getting stuck into research for the third and final installment in my Spanish history documentary series. That's going to take up a lot of my time from now on. And let me see, what else is there? I'm quite tired. I'm a bit tired. It's starting to get hot here in the city at night. And it usually takes a little period for the body to sort of get used to sleeping in the heat. It shouldn't be getting hot. It's only May. It's the 2nd of May today. Or is it the 3rd? 2nd or 3rd. But yeah, that's actually what I'm going to check out now today in the mountains. I'll tell you about that. Let me just get out of the city and get some fresh air through this engine because it's starting to get hot. This is a little town called Alcalá, about a little bit outside Cordoba. I need to get petrol, so I need to find out. Yeah, of course there's none around. Cool, I think I got it. Should have enough petrol to get to a town on the other side of the mountain. Alright, found the road. At least I think this is it. So yeah, this heat, it's not normal. And I feel I have to say this because if I'm making videos about where I am, I can't just be showing what's good about it. I have to show what's bad about it too. And all anybody is talking about here is the heat. And Europe-wide, I suppose, in the last 3 or 4 years, everyone is suddenly surprised at the sudden onset of climate change. I'm surprised that people are surprised, but I think it wasn't estimated to be so sudden and to be so drastic. Basically, we've been in drought for what seems like 3 or 4 summers now, and already in April, 2 weeks ago, Spain had Cordoba had temperatures of 40 degrees, which used to be extremely hot in the summer. Now it's normal in the summer. And all the signs are saying that it's going to be normal for spring now too. And as a result, Spain is going through a severe drought. On the news, Catalonia and the northeast is taking the brunt of it. They're down to nothing. They've literally got no water. But it's bad here too. All the crops in the fields are dried up. The farmers have already used up their midsummer emergency supply ration in April just to try and save some of the crops. The main crops, of course, being olives and cereals. And as a result, the olive crop this year has failed, and olive oil prices are already going through the roof. And no doubt the cereal will be shortly behind it. So everyone is a bit scared and a bit shocked that this is suddenly happening to them, and yeah, so that's what's going on here. It's very worrying. I can definitely see myself not being here for much longer because of water shortages, food prices. Ireland suddenly seems a whole lot more appealing with the way the world is going for this whole extreme weather event thing. And I'm thinking, at what point does continued extreme weather stop being extreme weather and just the weather, the new weather of the new world that we're in? I don't know. I suppose that's up for the weather people to decide. But yeah, it's a bit depressing. Sorry to be dumping this on you. But we're going up to the reservoirs. I've never actually seen the reservoirs, so it's an excuse to take a spin through the mountains and just see how much water there is up there. The city, Cordoba City, has enough drinking water to get us through the summer, which is good. But after that, after the summer, we're sort of in uncharted territory. If it doesn't rain in the autumn and the winter, and there's no reason to suspect that it will rain, since it hasn't rained. Well, actually, I've been here since the start of March and it hasn't rained once, and this is meant to be the rainy season. So, yeah. The north of the province has already run out of drinking water, the north of Córdoba province. Not because they have no water, it's just that the water they have is so low in the reservoirs and it's been contaminated with agricultural runoff. Ah, shite. The road is closed. Well, there's the first of the dams. Let's pull in and have a look. So, all round fun times for everyone. But we can definitely expect that in the next few years, Spain, Andalusia starts to resemble North Africa. And the farmers seriously need to adapt to grow crops that are suitable for desert climates. So you can see there's no water coming through at the moment. They're holding what they have until we really need it. There are elections coming this month, so it's most likely that once the elections are done, then the water restrictions will come into place, because no politician is gonna okay water restrictions a month before elections. It seems kind of stupid. Like, it is what it is. If there's not enough water, there's not enough water. What's that got to do with votes? But that's how people think, you know. I'm not in a very good mood. You probably shouldn't make YouTube videos if you're not so upbeat and positive about everything, but look, there's reality and then there's YouTube. So this is where we are. This is Córdoba, the city, and then this is the mountains. And here we have the reservoirs. We're going to spin up this little wiggly road. I've never been up it, I'm looking forward to it. And we'll check out the reservoirs, see if there's any. There must be. There's a guy there with a fishing rod, so he's obviously been catching some fish, which means there must be some water. Speaking of which, I'm gonna have a drink of water while I still can. Woo-hoo. Yeah, man. So where was I? Yes, and of course, as I said, this issue isn't just impacting Spain. Italy last summer had no water in the Po Valley, which is another major agricultural area, and Spain produces, for Americans who might not know this, Spain produces a lot of Europe's fruit and veg. A huge chunk. I would probably go so far as to say the majority of it, though I haven't checked that. I know in Ireland, if you buy anything that isn't a fucking cabbage, it comes from Spain. So it's not just going to impact Spain, it's going to impact food prices across Europe. And with products like olive oil, of course, it'll impact olive oil prices around the world, because Spain is the world's largest olive producer. So I think what the idea is, or what the idea should be, is to start planting crops that don't require water and that can survive in hot, arid climates, because that is likely what Spain is about to become in the next few years, which is a pity. And I feel I have to say this, because when most people think of Spain, they just think of tourism, and they don't realize that, you know, this is a country and people actually live here year round, not just for the 2 weeks on the coast. But yeah, it's gonna shake up the demographics majorly, I reckon, of southwestern Europe. Anyway, let's just take a moment to enjoy these roads. We'll put on some of Evan's bubbly music now to lighten the mood. Oh wow, look at that. Oh yeah. Yes, that is quite low. Indeed. Still though, there's a boat in the water, which means there must be something. Every week, well, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but fairly occasionally now in the news you see news headlines like, oh, a medieval village emerges from reservoir, or, you know, shipwrecks emerge from reservoirs. And it's just, I find it quite ironic that as a result of this very terrifying predicament we're now facing of not being able to live in this planet anymore, we're starting to discover so much about our past selves, which is very nice. We'll never be as knowledgeable as we are going to be right before the end. Jesus, that is very depressing. I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. man. Anyway, okay, just have to enjoy the ride, both literally and metaphorically. Ah, lads, get off the road! I've always wanted to be a shepherd. Come on, come on, come on, guys! Don't make me eat you. Yep. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. I think he's the real shepherd. I'm not going to steal his job from him. Look how pretty this is. What passes for a river these days? A dribble. Again, this would be normal in August, for example, after 4 months of no rain in a hot summer, but not now. That's the problem. It's too early. It should be raining now. It's too early. Of course, these extreme weather events are happening all over the world in various different forms, so I'm sure none of this is any news to you. And again, I don't expect this video to do well because it's kind of depressing and not what YouTube likes. So if you're here, thank you very much for being here. I feel it's been something that's on my mind and I wanted to make this video. I feel it's my obligation to say what I see while I have that chance. I feel kind of silly asking this. If you liked this video, please do give it a like and a comment, and please do subscribe. We're a very small channel, and yeah, you know the stick. Are we going to get to drive across? I think so. It looks like the road is going that way. Yes, we are. Nice. Wow. So you can see where the water level should come up to. It's where all that red earth is. That should not be there. That should be underwater. And yeah, this hydroelectric plant is not hydroelectrifying anything at the moment because they can't afford to release this water. Let's pull in and have a look. There's a fish. That's a good sign. Yeah. A lot of birds. Wow. Look at all the birds. Look, you can see how stagnant the water is there with all the gunk on the surface. That should be flowing, but it's not. Wow, so many birds. Look at them all. And they're happy anyway. Right. Wow, look at this. We're pretty high up now and well into the mountains. Yeah, I didn't expect the road to go so far into the mountains. I hope I didn't miss a turn, but I didn't see any crossroads, so I assume it just looked shorter on the map. It's not really an issue. I'm just starting to get hungry. Can't be much further. I think it's the other side of that mountain, that ridge. I think. Hey, here we go. This must be it. Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah, that's it. El Bacar. Can't be much further. God, I am hungry. Ooh, a road. A proper road. We are lucky, aren't we? It's nice to be out in the country again, where you can wave to people. In the city I do that and they just look at me as if I'm going to rob them. Alright, back in civilization it seems. Let's see if there is a petrol station in El Bacar. I sure hope there is. Although, I would not be surprised if there isn't. Well, shit.